Hi, it's Margaret Boy, interview coach, helping you get hired, promoted and paid more. Over the last 13 years, I've helped hundreds of job seekers worldwide to get the jobs and promotions they wanted. I put up brand new videos on my YouTube channel a few times per month, so if you're new here, consider subscribing. Today, I wanted to talk about what to do when you've realized you're not a good cultural fit. Imagine this situation. You've been in your new job for a few weeks or maybe even a few months. You feel pretty settled in your new role, you're happy with the responsibilities, you know who does what, but there's just one problem. You're not sure if the company culture is right for you. What should you do? Firstly, identify the problem. Company culture is the intangible things like norms, values and beliefs, and you can't always get a sense for all of these until you start working for an organization. But before you hand in your notice, figure out exactly what makes you unsure of your employer. How does the culture differ from what you are expecting? Maybe the culture is different from what you're used to, but it's not bad as such. Maybe you've just not had a chance to connect with your colleagues yet. Figure out exactly what the problem is. Are you unfamiliar? Are you unprepared? Or is it truly not a fit? Then do something about it. Once you have an initial sense of where the disconnect is happening, it's time to take action. Get to know your colleagues. It's perfectly normal to feel a bit like an outsider in the first few months of a new job, but it's really up to you to get yourself out there and try to get assimilated in an office. Making an effort will help you feel more connected and included in the office. Also, talk to your boss about how you're feeling. Ask them for feedback on how you're doing so far. You also might want to share a bit about what you're struggling with and try to provide as many examples as possible so that your boss can hopefully help you come up with a solution. You should also try to find out what else you should be doing and what else you should try to understand so it doesn't feel like a personal attack on the company's culture. After you've spoken to your boss, give it at least a few more weeks, so before you decide whether to stay or go. If you start to notice any positive changes, that's great. But if not, it might be time to start looking for a new opportunity. While of course it's not ideal to look for a new job after a few months since you've joined, you do deserve to work in an environment that's really suited to your personal style and that's conducive to your success and to your happiness. And finally, you need to make sure that it doesn't happen again. Needing to leave a company once because you weren't a good cultural fit is understandable. However, you don't want this to happen again and again. To avoid this predicament in the future, make sure that you ask the right questions during the interview process. Your best bet is to ask questions about things that are important to you, whether it's flexibility or collaboration. If you don't like the answer, it's not likely to be a good fit. Having doubts about whether or not you're a suitable match with your new company culture might make you feel helpless. However, there are steps you can take to improve your situation and, if necessary, move on professionally and respectfully. I hope that you found these tips useful. If you like this video, feel free to share it and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching and I will see you soon on another video. Bye for now.